to watching this video for my final C++ project. What I did for this project, let me give you a little rundown, is I made a Quizlet kind of program, so you can kind of see here. I'll walk you through some of the code. Is that you can quit the program, you can take a practice test with the questions you've provided, you can add questions to the list, you can remove a question, and you can start over and start a new group of questions and delete whatever you had. So yeah, let's run it. Okay, hold on. Okay, great. So first let's just go through each one. You need at least 3 questions to do it. So now we're gonna add questions. We can add, what is the color of the sky? And then you're gonna give 3 possible answers. We can do blue, purple, gray, and then you give the correct answer. And obviously it's blue. And now let's add another question. What is the color of the sun? Purple, gray, yellow. C is the correct answer. And then we can do which is the best minion from the Minion movie? I like Minions. We can go Stuart, Bob, and Kevin. And I personally think Bob is the best. Let's see. Okay, let's do one more question. Worst first date. I don't know why, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. Movie. Stargazing. Proposal. I feel like that was not the best. I think that was the worst. The proposal. Okay, now let's take the test. Now we can. Okay, what is the color of the sky? I'm gonna accidentally make a mistake. B. And it's gonna say wrong. The correct answer was A, blue. And so also, just so you're aware, I learned about this new shuffle function for this project. And so it's mixing up the order of how of the question, or like the answers, so that you can't just have the same one in the same order, so you can take it again and it'll be in a different order. So what's the color of the sun? Let's get it right this time. C, yellow. That's correct. What's the best minion from the Minion movie? I personally think it's Bob, but let's say Kevin, and it says you're wrong. It's Bob, because it is. A movie is pretty bad, but wrong. The answer was A, proposal. Okay, and so you can take the test as many times as you want, or I have 2 other things that you can do. You can remove a question, so I'm going to do 3, remove a question. So now it's like, okay, here are the different questions, the prompts in here, which is what I have the functions asking, or like doing that. It's a, what is the name of that function? Let me go to it. Preview. Or I guess it's a method, and it's used in the remove questions. And so, okay, enter the number of the question. Let's take off number 3. We can do that again, and now 3 is gone. Let's take off 0. Okay, the last menu item that you can do is you can do 4, which is start over, and all the questions are cleared. And then so if you go to 1, it's going to say you need at least 3 questions. So that's my program. Let me run through some of the code with you so I can kind of show you what I did. It's like in the main, it's just like the menu. And instead of a list, I used a vector, which was fun to learn about too, because I didn't think that was possible, and because I was going to try to do it with lists, and then it was just getting really complicated. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. And I looked up W3 Schools is my best friend, and I got to learn a bit more about vectors, so that's cool. Here's my header file. I used the class question. I have my declarations and just different things, and then here's where all the magic happens with all the functions. And so we have the add question function. And yes, so we had 2 vectors that I used, and so like the vector that was passed through everything with all the questions, but then for this function I used choices as that vector, and so that's where we were able to put all the choices, and then shuffle them. And then we have the remove questions function, which I kind of talked about a little bit, the take the test, which take the test also combines with the ask. Hold on, where is it? Yeah, the ask method, and so that's how it iterates through those. And then clear list, which was not hard, but this took me a while learning all these new things like shuffle, which is in the ask method. Where is it? Okay, maybe it's not in the ask method. I know I typed it somewhere. But yeah, so I learned about shuffle. I learned about vectors, which was fun. And oh, there it is, shuffle. I was right. It's purple and it was blending in. Shuffle. And so I was able to shuffle all our possible choices. So yeah. And here, let me just show you that 0 also works and it quits. So yeah, thank you for watching.